I'm Diana in LA.
Hi, I'm Cary in the UK.
Welcome to our weekly reading where we explore all things astrological. We hope you're doing really well and staying safe out there. From our two different points of view in two different locations in the world, we bring to you a unique astrological perspective on what is happening right now across the globe. So here we go. Here we are on April 29th. We're going to be talking about May Day 2020, which is a couple of days away from now. And we wanted to talk about the stars. There's a lot going on in the sky, as there always is, and many of you may have even been noticing beautiful Venus in the sky. We have been just in awe of the sky lately because of the less pollution. Their sky is so bright, and if you look up, you'll be amazed at what you see. Moon and Venus have been conjunct for these last days, and now they're starting to spread apart, but you can still see them visibly in the night sky in the northern hemisphere. So we're happy to see you all. We're glad you're here. And today we're going to look at May Day 2020. So, Cary, what are you seeing? This is a big chart we're looking at.
It's going to be quite an extraordinary day. In fact, it's going to be an extraordinary next 7 days after that, because you've got the Sun, you've got Mercury, planet of communication, conjunct with Uranus. And we talked last time about the Sun conjuncting Uranus. This is even more important because on a worldwide basis, this could be the week where they start finding answers to COVID-19, thinking outside the box, having a very different approach, and a very different approach to how communities handle what's coming next. And if we do this right, we will see the results of this in 6 months' time, when the Sun and Mercury oppose Uranus. So this is a very, very important time. So do not be surprised if you hear about some very interesting revelations.
Wow, beautifully said. And that is so true. And that idea of 6 months from now, which will be in the fall, basically, it will be a good time to get this right and to figure this out, because in the fall we'll get a do-over, right? If we don't get it right. But I believe we are. I think the world is learning. Is that your sense?
I think the world is learning, but it's learning very slowly, and it needs to learn a lot quicker, because Uranus is very quirky. Now's the time to really think about how you're going to conduct yourself going forward, taking in all the information that's available, not the cranky stuff, but the available information outside in the world to make your own decisions going forward. Because this kind of conjunction liberates the mind. And also, we talked about last week about people born around about the 26th of April and the 26th of August and December. This is going to be huge, because when on their birthdays this year, they will have that conjunction for the year ahead, which promises an extraordinary time ahead for them from a mercurial perspective. So this could be a year of fantastic change. So I thought that was very interesting. And also, if anybody has their Mercury at 11 degrees of an Earth sign, it's going to be quite extraordinary.
Yes, and those are Earth signs we're talking about. So Earth signs are being affected by this Uranus conjunction and all this that Uranus is doing right now. Any Earth sign, we talked about a little bit last time, is affected, but of course your suns are going to be mostly affected. So all the Earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, right? But if your moon's in Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, in those degrees, in those later degrees, you're really going to feel the impact of this. It's a new start.
It's a shift, and it's a very positive shift. And again, it's a once in a lifetime shift. It's going to be quite extraordinary the next 6 months, because it's going to be unlike any 6 months that we've experienced probably in our lifetime. What is interesting, I was kind of looking at the UK and Los Angeles, because the reason UK and Los Angeles, we're so small compared to California. But I was looking at the charts, And interestingly, the UK's chart, the sun is 10 degrees Capricorn, and LA, the sun is 10 degrees Virgo. So those particular areas have got the ability to heal themselves and do some fantastic stuff to help the world going forward.
And potentially be part of the catalyzer for this change and growth, because both London and Los Angeles are such centers to the whole world, these light centers. And literally, the Los Angeles is the heart chakra of the United States. So that's an interesting thing to keep in mind, as is London is the throat center of the world.
In the UK chart, Mars is in 11 degrees Taurus, and in LA, Jupiter is in 8 degrees Taurus. So our two cities are connected in many, many ways. So some of the things that you do there will come off and influence us, and some of the stuff that we do over here will go and influence you guys.
So what's interesting too is that with that connection, they're like brother and sister between the London and Los Angeles, that there is this broadcast that is emanating and radiating outwardly to the world. And that these two charts correspond with each other is no surprise, given how powerful those two centers have been in the world.
That's right. So we're connected by Earth, and our foundations are being tested in a way that they haven't been tested before. And it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. The UK are planning 6 months down the line to address this again if people in the UK aren't listening. They need to listen, and this is a great time to do so because they're not doing anything. There's no activities for them to partake in. So this is a time of reflection. This is a time of doing things completely different. But it's also going to make a profound change to society in the way society moves from here. The last time that Pluto was in the 20s in Capricorn was at the time of the founding of America. And I think that's really interesting because here we are, we're all being tested going forward, because what they say that when America sneezes, everyone else catches a cold. We look towards America because we're at one with America. So it's a very interesting astrological time coming up because those two countries are very connected.
And we're all connected ultimately, aren't we? The whole world is united in looking at this material together of health, of global awareness, earth awareness, ecology on the planet, and being more in harmony with our planet. And all of this is in earth signs. So how perfect is that when we're all in these earth signs together, being very much sparked up by these aspects from the stars, that we get to heal our earth. So I think this is a good place to stop for this week, and we'll be back next week talking about Cinco de Mayo. See you soon.
Bye.
We really do love and appreciate you all so very much for being part of this channel. And if you'd like to book an appointment or a private reading specific to you, you can either email Cary or I or both of us, and we'll get back to you. The information is below. So we hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and we will talk to you all again soon. Thank you.